All right, everyone. Good morning. This is Nick Libert. I am very excited to be here with you and back from EXIT Convention. We had a wonderful time and just a ton of information to share. And I don't think I'm the only one on the call from our office that did get on to EXIT Convention and did take some wonderful notes. But before we say anything else, I do want to focus on why I think it's very important that we get back from this energized. This is the new Illinois housing market report. I've been hinting at this for a while now, and this is what's now out there in the public. This is last month's housing statistics, and we're seeing this across the country. This is the latest housing stats. We are down volume-wise 10.4%. In September 2018 versus September 2017. In the Chicago metro area, we're down 12.1%, so even more. And if you look carefully at some of the statistics within Chicago, a lot of those are saying 16% volume down. And that's after months and months and months of us having smaller declines. So we're really seeing prices continue to go up. Volume is down. So what does that mean for us as agents? That means more than ever, we have to really hone in on our skills. We have to cut expenses. We have to increase our activity. So what a great time to be coming back from convention with a ton of ideas. So I think there's going to be some other people that may want to share here in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and dive right into my notes if you guys don't mind. Let's go ahead and these are my straight up actual notes. I'm going to clean them up a little bit today. And then I'm going to get them into our office Facebook coaching page, our office Facebook coaching page that's exclusive to our office. But I want to give you a couple of highlights that I just really thought were awesome. There was, first of all, talking about 2019 business plans. Joyce, president of EXIT Realty Canada, was talking about vision statements. I have tended to always throw just a very quick earnings statement, a goal about money, to my business plan, and I'm going to change that based on her speech. You really had a great comment about, you want to have a vision statement and that should inspire you to be on your daily routine. She talked a little bit about vision boards too. We haven't had a vision board party in a while. We're going to have a vision board party for November. So get ready for that. Thought that was really, really a good speech by her. Second thing, talking, Scott Stratton, he's the author. I'm going to highlight these as I'm talking. You guys can share my screen if you're on the web versus just a call. Scott Stratton, he was a speaker. He wrote a bunch of best-selling books, Unmarketing, Unselling, and Unbranding. There's 3 total titles he's written. And he said that we all want referrals. We all want word of mouth, but we do very little to get it. And that kind of struck me as well. And he mentioned a pizza party on moving day. Where have we heard that before? You've heard that in core. So if that kind of stuff is not added to your business plan for 2019, I think you've got to get that in there because we do the bare minimum to get the deal done. But what is it that's going to break us apart from the mold of every other realtor out there? There's a realtor. I think somebody in our office the other day said there's a realtor every 5 feet. What are you going to do to be different? And I love that idea about the pizza party on moving day. What that is you simply go on the Domino's app or whatever app you like, and you send them pizza on their moving day. You ask when their moving day is going to be. You reconfirm. You can do this a little bit more formally. I've got a neat ad piece that I'm working on with Travis, our in-house graphic designer. And Travis and I are going to be working on something a little bit more formal so you can see that stuff. But the consumer, I think, needs to be treated a little better. And another comment, they don't see people on a bus bench and buy a house from them. They don't refer someone they only meet a few times. They refer a trusted professional and somebody they feel like is a friend in their life. And then he mentioned, guys, this should not be new news to you, birthdays and housing anniversaries. So that struck me as well, is that's the type of stuff that takes you beyond a stranger they met a couple times that drove them around and got them into a house using lock boxes or whatever, into an actual person out there in the public that's their friend. And then personalized gifts. We talked about that app that I like. Let me see if we've got any notes on that in here. I really enjoyed using that app. That's Giftagram, Giftagram, Giftagram. Those are really cool personalized gifts. It's an app that you can just use. And then again, how do you care? Use the all about you form. He was saying, what do you really know about the people? He's got a page on Facebook that I liked. I think it's a good idea for you guys to like it as well. It's called Unmarketing, and I just highlighted that on there for you. Unmarketing is the name of it. Okay, so then we moved on. We had some great stuff from Bob McKinnon, who's a VP of Leadership. He was a founder of C21. But then I wanted to dive more into meat and potatoes with you guys. We've got limited time on this call. Pam Norman, she is the top listing agent for EXIT in North America, has a massive listing inventory always. She is a farmer, and I don't mean agriculture. She's a farmer. She farms obsessively. She's got a door knock script once a week. She time blocked for it. And then she would go plan her open houses by knocking on the neighbors' doors, all the neighbors. You've ever, read the thing that I mentioned to you guys about here's how to do a next level open house, you would know that we talked about door knocking. But what do you say to the people? She had a very good script. She goes, I don't want you to like or buy the house. I want your opinion on it. You're the neighborhood expert because you're a neighbor. Come see my open house. And all of a sudden she gets traffic to her open houses. And guess what? That means neighbors that may list with her seller's happy. More buyer traffic through. Very easy script. She time blocked every week to go out in the neighborhood. She didn't just throw up an open house sign and hope things happened. She was consistent, and then because she was consistent and banging on doors, where she's from in Canada, I'm sure it's even less comfortable in the winter to be knocking on doors than here. But she did it, and she did it consistently. So she built a reputation for being a hard worker. The other thing, the first thing that she did as far as building teams, she hired an assistant first to help with marketing and paperwork, and then she was out in the field on the listing appointments. So she had somebody in the background, I would call that a core, an RP1, someone in the background doing the paperwork so that she could focus on the lead generation, which is the listing appointments and the door knocker. Then later when she got really big, she hired a licensed team member, but she didn't do that up front. Bill Pankin, our regional owner, gave some really good ideas that, again, none of this you haven't heard before, but I think having other people say some stuff that we've talked to you about too is so impactful. He goes to bed earlier and gets up earlier. All successful CEOs do. You have a specific routine, especially in the morning. So what does that sound like, guys? That sounds like time blocking to me. A specific routine in the morning and get all vital dollar productive activities, especially like exercise and lead gen, done early in the day. Here's something he was talking about that I didn't know. The brain is most active then, and what I do know too is that there's no distractions from others yet. So you have got to train yourselves to get up early and get that stuff done because trust us, our clients will get in the way later in the day. Other agents will get in the way later in the day. They won't at the beginning of the day. A book he recommended was called The Miracle Morning. Miracle. I have not read that one yet. I am absolutely open to reading that with you guys if you'd like to at our book club. Miracle Morning is the name of the book. That I've heard that from other coaches. I've heard that from other really active morning people. It is a good book to read if you're trying to get into a morning process. The starting affirmations. I don't know how many of you guys are using the Prompter app for affirmations. I got off this year. I kind of stopped doing it, and that's a mistake. So I, for one, need to recommit to do that. I think I'm a pretty positive person, but, there's a difference between being positive and doing it in a structured way. And that Prompter app right from Exit is really cool. Okay, some of the best stuff. And somebody says, Marky suggested Miracle Morning. All right, we got somebody local here that we love that suggested it. And I'm hearing it from somebody else, and we all love Bill. So I think let's go ahead and put that on our personal list. Okay. Christy Kennelly, this lady is so freaking cool. Christy Kennelly, I spelled her name right. I made sure to spell her name right so you could add our links if you wanted to. She is a VP at Realtor.com, and she is always up to date on all the new tech stuff. This is stuff that I've not heard or seen from anybody yet. So write this stuff down. And again, this is if you're in our office, and Gus has got the audio book of Miracle Morning. Awesome, Gus. Well, you're 2 steps ahead of us today. Lumen 5. So Christy Kennelly had some recommendations for us. Lumen 5, Lumen, and then the letter, I can tell I'm still recovering from convention. The number 5, Lumen5.com, makes videos for you in 60 seconds based on 5 bullet points. So I know you guys, some of you don't like necessarily the Facebook Live stuff that we're doing as agents. You don't want to be on camera or you don't have time, you don't think. I think that's a mistake not to do that stuff, but this is a way to do something different and do it without having to be on camera and yet still be very informative for consumers. I played with it a little bit. It's really cool. So lumen5.com, it makes videos for you based off of 5 bullet points. So in other words, like if you said, you know, here are the 5 steps to what goes on in an appraisal, or your 4 or 5 options after your inspection gets back. Cool little stuff like that. You can make little instructional videos, which again, that's going to elevate your brand. And this is all free stuff. And it includes, here's something that I didn't know, it includes music and royalty-free images. Sometimes some of us have gotten in trouble for having music in the background on our Facebook videos, and that's copyrighted music. Same way with photos that are stock photos. They want money to use those. Guess what? This is solved for you, and it's completely automated. You are doing very little to do those. This next, I'm really very excited about. It's called BeLive.tv. BeLive.tv. It allows you to do a broadcast-style interview on Facebook Live. So what that does is that if you've ever seen somebody that's trying to get someone else on Facebook Live where they can share their screen, and it's messy. A lot of times when I'm doing a Facebook Live, I've got somebody that could be a great guest speaker for me, but they're in another time zone or they're not next to me where I'm filming. This solves that problem. So if you are doing Facebook Live like we're asking you to, or you want to take it to the next level, this is really cool stuff. So BeLive.tv, that allows you to take it to the next level on there. And again, this is free. This is free. And it also includes graphics. So this is something else about Facebook Live. Share screen. There is a button on Facebook Live only on your desktop or your laptop. So most of us are going live on Facebook from our mobile device. That may be something you might want to rethink in certain cases because, for example, I'm sharing my screen with you now using this join.me technology. This is not cheap. This is how I'm going to do some more coaching in the future. But you guys have the option to do this right now for free using share screen. So there's a button on Facebook Live that you can share your screen versus be on video. So if you're having a bad hair day, makeup day, or you want to share what's on your screen versus having a camera pointed at your face, you have to be on a laptop or computer, but there is a share screen button. I didn't know that. And then lastly from Christy, so she gave us a lot of nuggets. Lastly from Christy, there's a site called viewedit.com, VIEWED, it.com, and that is for personalized mobile video free. This was really, really cool. If you are driving around, so at the top level of wanting to do mobile video to your clients and things like that, there's BombBomb. A lot of people aren't wanting to pay the subscription. I use a free Google extension, but I must be at a desktop or laptop. This viewedit.com allows you to be almost anywhere, and you can send potential clients and current clients mobile video. And so where I want to interject in this is that what my breakout session was about, because I did not take notes on my own breakout session. That is physically impossible. And I think most of you guys have heard what was at my breakout session before for me, that you've got to touch these leads 5 to 7 times in different ways. A video, imagine a stranger that's inquired on one of your listings, and you're trying to get a hold of them, you're texting them, you're calling them, you know, they inquired of your listing, they want to talk to you, right? And then all of a sudden they pop up on their text message that there's an actual video from you, or on their email that there's a video from you. And so now all of a sudden they have a live face, because they haven't met you in person yet, they're avoiding that, but now they have a live face. I think that would be just absolutely awesome. So I'm very excited about viewedit.com, because I like to start using it to convert clients better. The standard is you've got to talk to people at least 5 to 7 times, or attempt to call them, text them, email them 5 to 7 times. Putting video in the mix is going to be awesome for this. So whether it's somebody that you're already great with, and maybe you just want to say, hey, I'm thinking about you today. You know, what does Annette Anthony always say? 7 by 7. Lana Railing from our office and I always use that. 7 by 7, find 7 things to celebrate or acknowledge by 7 p.m. in the morning. And obviously you can do that by just scrolling through your Facebook feed. You know, if you're out of stamps, not that I'm saying this substitutes for personal notes, but if you're out of stamps or you want to do something above and beyond just your direct mail, personal notes, wow, this is pretty cool stuff. Okay. Next up, Andy Core. He had some really good things talking about at the beginning of the day, and this goes back to the beginning of your day and your routine, guys. We're setting our routines for 2019. We're setting the base standard here for 2019. And Andy Core, his book is called Change Your Day, Not Your Life. He's saying that the primacy effect, like everything, kind of like the butterfly effect, everything starts from the beginning of your day, that your first experience of the day sets the tone for the day. So that if you are not affirming and meditating or exercising or something positive that you control at the beginning of the day, chances are your day's not going to go well from there. And the same way with your clients, the first meeting sets the tone. So are you late to the first meeting? Do they get the buyer or seller presentation that we've spent a lot of time, in our office creating for you? What do they get the first meeting? Do they just get you late? No information, no packet, no nothing. That struck me. And then also, what follow-up is there to the first meeting? So same with clients. So it's not just about your day. What's that first meeting going to set the tone for the entire relationship? This primacy effect, it was a fascinating speech. So be early, be inspiring with them. He also recommends time blocking, keeping an exercise log, and packing healthy snacks in the car. We talked a lot about health and fitness at this because we know that, you guys have to keep healthy. And we are in the car constantly. I really am going to focus on this coming year, trying to make sure that we all have a little bit more work-life balance. Andy Core is an expert on work-life balance. I'm sitting there thinking I'm probably not the best example sometimes because I'm in that car constantly. I can't guarantee you there's the best food in there. So think about that. There was some other great information about energy, and then he gave a text message code to get daily inspiration. Before that, though, he also brought up vision boards. And again, so we've got to do our vision boards in November. I think I'm going to turn it into a party. I always like to play with you guys. So vision board party in November. I think that's going to be a great time. And then also he talked about service beyond shining. If you are not providing value to people, you are eventually going to notice that in your own life, that it's not only about the awards and the money, that you've got to be providing service. This is a service industry. We forget that sometimes. And if you are not doing that, you're gonna struggle in the industry, even if you're winning now. Another point he that I liked of his, he says, let it go, let past mistakes go to move forward. We have all made mistakes in this business. I look at my business and it's been more learning and failing forward than anything else. I would love to see you guys be able to, learn from other people's mistakes and move forward when you do your own. And that comes to our last point from him, which is team up, collaborate with others for brainstorming, masterminding, and accountability. That really, really, I think, is a key point. Collaborating. We have a huge, huge office with a bunch of cool people in it. I had the most wonderful experience at convention with everybody there. We had a really diverse group from our office, people that have been here a long time, people that have not been here a long time. Everybody just had such a blast, and the masterminding, the conversations, and the collaborating that we were doing and that we're going to do now that we're back home, really, really cool stuff. So he had a text message code. This is my last piece of notes, and then I want to see who else on the line would like to share as well, particularly the people from the actual convention at our office. So Andy, Natasha, L'Oreal, Jacqueline, I'm not sure who's on, but his text code, then I'm going to open it up. His text code was, he says text CYD. Again, that's CYD to 555-888 for more information and inspiration. Okay, who else is on the line that was I talk a lot, so there's 20 minutes of your time. Who else is on the line that would like to share a little bit about, and yes, Gus, I will email you the notes. Who else is on the line that would like to share a little bit about convention?
Jax is here.
Hey, Jacqueline, good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Awesome. So tell us more. What did you get out of it? Notes, nuggets, anything?
Okay, a ton. So a lot of what you covered, I also took notes on as well. I think some of my biggest ahas were honestly staying focused. You're great. Never lose sight of where you're going. So often we all have a million things that we want to succeed at. We want to grow our business in 10 different directions. And you can't do all 10 at once. You have to kind of stay focused on one thing at a time and never lose that target sight. That was huge to me because I feel like I'm all over the place. There's always a lot going on. You know, also about staying healthy and, you know, making sure that you're taking care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, it's going to be really hard to serve all your clients and everything else that you're trying to do. I love what you would touch base on the short videos, the Believe TV and all of that. That is absolutely incredible. It's going to be huge for growing the business and getting your name out there and getting in front of people. Trying to see what else I took. I took notes on so much stuff. You touched base on a lot of it. Being more involved is something I'm definitely going to do since I've gotten back from a convention, for joining the Women Council of Realtors, and joining more groups throughout the Realtor board.
Nice.
Yes. I'm trying to touch on stuff you didn't touch on. I don't know, that's some of what I covered, but
So, Jacqueline, would you recommend, since convention this coming year, we're really going to push this because I've never pushed you guys before to go to convention. I just feel like that's your own decision. We give you so much training in here. I think that's been a mistake on my part. Since convention is in Nashville, which is super cheap, we're all going to be able to drive there if you don't want to fly. And there's super cheap hotels right down. This is a inexpensive convention. It's the most inexpensive one. As far as logistics to get to, we're going to have some fun with this. Would you recommend, Jacqueline, this being your first convention, that they should go next year?
Oh my gosh, yes. I am so happy that I went this year. Not only what you gain in just motivation and kind of regrouping yourself for the next year to come, but the networking and the people that you meet is absolutely incredible. I met so many people from all over, between Canada and all over the United States, that I'm going to visit. They welcome me into their homes. We're going to do business together. I mean, everyone has to realize we're in Chicago. Chicago is a huge city that people invest in and they buy in all the time. And there's a lot of agents that aren't licensed here in Illinois. So it's a huge, huge opportunity to go and network with everybody. Meet your EXIT family members that you've never met before from all over, and then also gain business. It's absolutely huge. You have to go next year. I cannot wait for next year to come.
Yeah, I agree. Me too. Me too. Anybody else on the line that has anything to share about convention that attended?
Natasha's here.
Hey, Natasha. Thank you for being here.
I would like to encourage everyone to dial in on the promo shop call Wednesday. It's at 11 a.m. our time, 12 p.m. Eastern. They're having a huge training on all the new stuff for promo shop. It's really cool. Nick pays for promo shop, which I found out at convention. There are a lot of other exit offices out there that do not have this free tool. They have the agents pay for promo shop. We have it free at our fingertips. And a lot of people aren't using it to their advantage.
Awesome. And by the way, that's a webinar Wednesday, guys. I sent you the link. I will remind you again tomorrow. That webinar on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Central, that is huge. I cannot tell you how much improved the product is. I mean, I've made a lot of money over the years off of Promo Shop because it's the first easy CRM I've ever had, which is why I pay for it for you guys. But wow, the improvements now, this is now one of the best CRMs out there. And I look at all of them. And for us to go from a good but easy one, simple one to use, to like the best, I'm really, really excited. So I am probably going to encourage you also to open that up to your friends at other companies that are struggling with their CRMs. And here's why. Number one, I'm paying for it for all of you. But number two, what we find is a lot of the competitors, either they don't have a good CRM or the agent doesn't even know they have a CRM because their office is a mess. So think about that, because my word for 2019, guys, I've already picked out my word for 2019 and my word for 2020 based on this convention. And my word for 2019 is leverage. One of the things we don't do is we don't leverage what we already have. We're too busy looking for the next shiny object, both here at EXIT and beyond. And half the stuff that we have, we're not even using enough. So leverage the people around you, leverage the tools you've got, and I'm committed to continuing to spend money on tools so that you guys can win. And part of you leveraging being at EXIT is sharing what's here with other agents from other companies. So that's an awesome, awesome point, Natasha. What is there anything else you'd like to share from convention?
I think Bill Pankin gave out recommendations for 3 really good books. He strongly suggested 3 books. The first one is Organize Tomorrow, Today. 8 Ways to Retrain Your Mind. The second one is Take Charge of Your Destiny by Jim Donovan. And the third one, The Truth About Leadership. I think these are all really good books to incorporate into your reading, guys.
Nice, nice. Okay, I did not get those notes from him, so that's very good. Good job. Anybody else on the line that went to convention and would like to share? Okay. Ladies, thank you. This is an open, by the way, if Jacqueline and Natasha, thank you. If you guys need to get off the call, I know we're all catching up on our business after being gone a week, feel free. But this is also an open line call, guys. I'm going to do this more and more often because I see our competitors are not. Tracy would like to see those books posted in our office Facebook page. Natasha, if you can send them over to me, I'll get them in the coaching site. And again, guys, remember, we have 2 office Facebook pages. There's the nice, cute public one, or I'm sorry, the nice internal private one that's, got, hey, happy birthdays, things like that. I love that. I think it's very important for our culture. And then there's my coaching page, and that's hardcore. You guys can't post to that randomly. We have to have a collaboration that gets started by discussion. I'm really going to use that page and this type of open line coaching more and more next year. So, I want you to feel like you've got an opportunity to dialogue with me and with other people in the company as much as possible. And that doesn't mean you have to be local. I don't want to hear any more excuses about, oh, I'm not near the office. You know what? There are companies that are completely virtual. They don't do a good job, but there are companies that are trying to do that. We can use technology and have some fun in-person meetings, and we can have a mix of technology and in-person. That's how we're going to win. So I see I've got my friend Angel from Sarasota here. Hey, Angel, how you doing? Okay, guys, any other topics you want questions you got? So again, the rest of this is going to be open line, not just convention, but other struggles, issues, questions. We've got 10 minutes left if you need it. All right, I'm going to review the notes. Feel free to speak as well. And Gus, Charles, yes. Guys, remember that name tag discount ends soon. I'll try to remind you guys because I actually still have to order mine as well. And there will be some other vendor updates coming. This is one more thing for our office. I know there's a couple people not from our office on this call. There's a Rental Beast relaunch. I have really kind of put their feet to the fire at Rental Beast. I've not been particularly happy with the product. They have dramatically revamped that product. I actually, Bo from my team was out showing leasing properties this weekend to some leads from there. So we're actively using the product on my team. I would recommend if you do not have a lot of leasing business, but would like some leasing business, particularly in light of the statistics that I just showed you, showing our market is in some sort of shift. We don't know what shift yet, but we know it's in a shift. To come to that presentation, that is on Thursday at 4 p.m. Again, that presentation is on Thursday at 4 p.m. Okay? All right, guys. If there's no other questions, no other comments, I really appreciate you being on. If this format works for you, let me know. And obviously, I'm always here in person, by phone, web, whatever. Talk to you soon.
I do have another question, Nick.
Yes, is that Jacqueline?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I had a hard time getting my ticket for next year. I saw in our thread of our text of all of us that went that you can call. Who do I call today? Because I couldn't do it online. It was not working.
Who do you call today?
Number.
So does anyone have that number on them? I am going to see if it's in my notes.
Yes, I have it. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I emailed EXIT last night, and they got back to me this morning. You can call 888-668-3948, extension 4055.
Natasha, could you complete that one more time?
Yes, 888-668-3948. Extension.
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit. Could you repeat that one more time?
888
Mm-hmm.
668 3948. Extension 4055.
Thank you.
That's Sarah Gillio.
Sarah Gillio. Okay, I will not give out her email address, but if you have a hard time, if you have a hard time getting her on the phone, I do happen to have her email address as well. Okay.
Give me that
Thank
as well.
You know what? Then I'm just going to go ahead and let's give that out. I'm going to type it as I say it. It's S Gillio, so that's SGILEO at EXITRealty.com. She's wonderful. That's Erica, our COO's daughter. Really, really sharp person. And again, this is the early bird tickets. Let's go ahead and get the early bird tickets and get them cheaper. The most expensive thing you will spend money on at the convention, if you do not stay at the Gaylord, will be this ticket. The ticket's the most expensive because that's obviously all the programming and everything. I think a lot of you are going to end up spending, some time off site. You may think about getting a cheaper hotel. I do not care where you stay. I have a friend in Nashville. I will probably still stay at the Gaylord because, I'm the franchisee. But I got to tell you, you guys will be able to find great places to eat that are cheap. Nashville is an inexpensive city, and we'll have a lot of fun.
Or get roommates so it's cheaper for your room.
Yes, just not that blow-up mattress you had to stay on, Jacqueline. Yeah, guys, if there's so many of you going, you could cram 4 in a room, or you could have, not share a bed and have 2 in a room, and that's on-site or off. So be creative. Let's start spreading the word within the office. The Fun Facebook group, not my coaching page, the Fun Facebook group, you can start collaborating on that now. Sooner the better, because that's something that, we'll talk about failing forward. I have never felt like I should be begging you guys to spend, $1,000 to get there. I feel like the quality of this convention has gotten better and better, and I'm going to be pushing for more breakout sessions next year, more meat and potatoes, and probably I will even have my own clinic while we're there too. That's kind of like just its own thing. So I'm really, really excited with you guys, and thank you for on the call. Angel's got a question about Sarasota market that's not related to her office. Angel, reach out to me, and I'm going to give you my cell phone number, and I'll coach you on that separately. Okay, buddy? Talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.